Hey guys, so today I'm doing my first attempt at drag makeup. This is going to be very loosely based off of one of Trixie Mattel's makeup tutorials, so it's not going to be very realistic at all, and that's kind of the point. First I'm using foundation and cover up. Both are a part of Maybelline's Fit Me line and can be found just at drugstores. Basically just the palest the store had, and I'm beating the cover up as much into my skin as possible and then kind of dotting it but not really attempting to blend it since I'm just going to cover it with lots and lots of foundation anyway. I just want to pack as much stuff onto my skin as possible because of how horrible it is. Yeah, not very healthy for the skin, but that's why. Here I'm starting with the foundation. I don't really have a system to this. I just kind of start to place it on one of the wider parts of my face, and if I have extra product, then I kind of go into others. But other than that, I just place it. Right now I'm kind of doing a thin layer, but then I'll go back and do a thicker layer. For the second layer, I kind of try to leave as much product in like the one spot as possible and not blend it in too much. I do let this dry before moving on. So that drying period was actually me trying to hunt down my highlighter, but my sister lost it. So right here, I'm not using an actual highlighter to highlight. I'm using the color Get Lucky from ColourPop. It's an eyeshadow. And it's coming more off of like just a darker yellow instead of a shimmery gold right here. I'm trying to improvise. Obviously, I'm just being kind of messy in this video. I don't have my official highlighter. I didn't have a working glue stick for my eyebrows. My contour stuff later, it could have been better, but I'm improvising with some things to try to do my own thing. It starts to kind of work out here, though. It's starting to leave some sort of shimmer that makes sense. Here's where I start to contour. I'm using NYX's Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette in medium. As you can tell, and as you will tell for the rest of this video, I'm trying my best, but I'm struggling. It's not supposed to look 100% natural, but it definitely could have gone better. But yeah, I'm kind of just trying my best. So I'm going with a cream contour to try to do a jawline, and then trying to contour my cheeks. I'm trying not to blend it too much because I want a definitive line for the look, but here also I'm trying to kind of like rub it out a little because it got kind of ridiculously dark. Because I did want that more definitive line, I'm now going in with what's actually an eyeshadow. I tried to do more of a powder contour, and it's in the color Mittens from ColourPop. I'm sorry to any person who does actual makeup of any kind. I'm probably offending you horribly, but I'm just trying to work things out. You can see I'm kind of panicking. As I do this, I'm kind of in shock and horrified at my lack of skill, but still going forward with it because I at least just want to try to do this and try to finish this. Then I'm kind of drawing a line up. I'm trying to create more of a fade and the contour that was already there from the cream because I didn't like how there was like no fade. It was just one color. But I don't know. That didn't really work out very well. And then I'm going over what I did under like my jaw and on the jawline with powder too to kind of make it more definitive, but really the entire jawline just didn't go very well. It just made me look like I had a beard, which is kind of the opposite of what we're going for here. So that was probably a bad choice Also, if you are noticing, if you actually understand contour stuff like I don't, I'm definitely shading in a part of my face right now that should not be dark. I'll go back later if that makes you feel any happier and highlight it. Here I'm contouring my nose. I actually switched to a lighter contour shade to do this part, since I had the one for the cheeks and jawline were kind of too dark. Except for the fact that I didn't really think it through that what made it really dark was going over it with the eyeshadow, but whatever. I thought that was a smart change to make. Then I'm trying to go in and highlight my nose using the Get Lucky eyeshadow from ColourPop again, which I quickly realized does not really work because the lighter contour shade I switched to and the eyeshadow I'm using are kind of the same color. So while it's shimmery, it looks the same. I also go and try to use this to highlight the portion that I kind of shaded in before that I wasn't supposed to. So I try to lighten that up and highlight it, but it doesn't do a very good job at lighting it up since it's not a real highlighter. So then I try to go in and use another eyeshadow. This eyeshadow doesn't have a glimmer to it or a shine, but it's lighter, so I thought it might work. It's in the color Bone from Ulta. I should have right there because I thought it was fancy, but whatever. Yeah, so that was just my attempt to try to lighten it up more since I accidentally shaded it in. There, I'm messing up horribly. Next, I'm using a powder from L'Oreal in Warm 3, a color that's not my shade because, as you can guess, my powder was stolen. And I'm trying to use this to try to just blend everything together and make it match more, even though I didn't want it too blended, but it just wasn't working out well. This is where things start to look at least a little up, because I remember I actually have a highlighter in my brow kit I have from Milani. So I start to use this highlight, it's supposed to be for brows, on to go over the highlight portions of my face that I've done so far. Then not only do I use the highlight from the brow kit, I start to use the actual brow colors to try to go over and lighten up the contour since it's kind of more of my shade. And I'm trying to create a line, so I'm holding up like a thing that holds bobby pins to my face, trying to be more skillful than I really am. Did it have any effect? Probably not. But then I try to go in with the cream contour on my upper face, just around my hairline. I'm using the two colors kind of blended together that I was trying to use before, which, if you really care, is the middle row of the NYX palette. Next, I'm using the powder highlighter from the brow kit again to try to go in and lighten up the part of my face that I didn't shade in with the cream contour. If I know how to do anything in the makeup world, it's how to cake on that blush from Show Choir. Thanks, Show Choir. So here I'm just absolutely caking on blush. Gotta make it hardcore. Now everyone's gonna really, really hate me for this part, but here's me trying to do like a big, thick eyeliner with black face paint. Yeah, I thought that was smart. If you've seen Trixie Mattel's tutorial on her makeup, she does like a huge, huge, huge eyeliner. And since I couldn't go over my brows, I was trying to kind of do like still big eyeliner, but a smaller version. Yeah, that didn't go well. I didn't want to use a real eyeliner because it's expensive and I didn't want to use like loads of it, and my eyeliner is kind of giving up anyway, so I didn't think it'd go on very smoothly. So I thought I'd just use face paint that I had from like homecoming sophomore year. Yeah, it doesn't go well when I try to do both. Well, it didn't even go well when I tried to do one. This is where I ended up giving up. Then I smiled and smeared everywhere, and I just kind of left it. And then I started going in with the eyeshadow, deciding to leave fixing the eyeliner later since it was just basically hopeless. But yeah, I'm going in with a blue eyeshadow. There's actually going to be two. This one's just a plain blue, and I'm kind of putting it all over the eye area. I'll get pretty high up towards the eyebrow at some points since it's supposed to be kind of big. And then I go in with a more turquoise shade on what's left of the lid that isn't covered with eyeliner. This is where I finally get around to using that Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit on the correct part of my face. So I'm doing my brows and I'm using the brown 2 shade, which I usually use the brown 1, but I need to make them dark and dramatic compared to the rest of my face. And then I'm just going in with mascara because I don't have a pair of new fake eyelashes, and I'm sure I could try to find a pair of old ones that I've left around from show choir, but since a lot of this look was messy, I thought, well, it's just supposed to be messy, so I'm not going to waste effort on fake eyelashes for the quality of work going on here. Now I'm doing the lipstick. This is also from ColourPop, like the eyeshadows I used before. It's in the color of Notion. That's all I know, because all the rest of the labeling came off, but I'm just kind of following my normal lip line, and then eventually I try to kind of go over my top lip because my top lip tends to be thinner than my bottom, is thinner than my bottom, but then I did find it kind of fitting to go below my bottom one too, to kind of change the shape of it. And then I decided that was kind of all I had in my ability to do. So I took my hair down and saw what that looked like. Honestly, it looked better with my hair down, I think, just because it helped cover it. You can see that I have like mascara there. I didn't fix it before because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to fix it, which is what I just did there. As a last ditch effort, I put on high heels because that's like one of the number ones in drag, so I thought maybe it would increase my drag to have high heels on, but really there's just no fixing this. So then all I could really do at this point was take it all off and make sure I didn't leave my skin horribly ruined and reflect. So basically, I should probably try doing simpler makeup styles before I tackle drag, considering I don't do makeup at all except for show choir competitions, but honestly, I'm not really interested in makeup if it isn't drag, so I don't know how well I'll stick to that rule, but just a tip to myself, I should also probably try to have all the correct things I need, like a good eyeliner that I can put on thickly instead of face paint because it smears evidently. Also, foundation and powder in my color would probably be helpful. Better contour, better highlight. I need white if I'm really going to go for Trixie Mattel because she uses so much white. And I need fake eyelashes and a glue stick. Also, I should probably not do this at like 12, 1, 2 a.m. when I'm in like mass amounts of pain. So that's also a recommendation. You know, this could have gone a lot better, but considering it was the first time I've done it, it also could have gone a lot worse. But yeah, I ended up looking like a toddler that fell into one of those Barbie gel makeup kits. You know what? 'Tis life.